What you are about to hear is a true story of unimaginable cruelty and incredible survival. It is a case that shocked the world, and it will be told here with the utmost clarity and respect for the victims. Viewer discretion is advised. The name at the center of this story is Josef Fritzl. Our story begins in a quiet, ordinary-looking town in Austria. The year is 1984. To the outside world, the Fritzl family home on Ibstrasse was just another house on a peaceful street. Josef was a retired engineer, a husband, a father, and a landlord. He was known in the community, but no one could have fathomed the darkness he concealed. It was here that a father committed an act so monstrous it defies belief. He lured his own 18-year-old daughter Elizabeth into the cellar and trapped her in a hidden windowless prison he had meticulously constructed beneath his home. He told his wife and the authorities that she had run away to join a cult, even forcing her to write a letter to corroborate his story. This was no ordinary basement. The space was a purpose-built dungeon, hidden behind a small, reinforced concrete door concealed on a shelf. It was heavily soundproof to muffle any cries for help, and secured with multiple layers of electronic locks, a complex system only he could operate. For 24 years, Elizabeth was kept underground, entirely at her father's mercy. Her world shrank to a few small, damp rooms with no natural light and poor ventilation. In this horrific captivity, she gave birth to 7 children. One child tragically died shortly after birth due to a lack of medical care. In a twisted act of deception, 3 of the children were carried upstairs and presented as foundlings, supposedly abandoned on the family's doorstep by their runaway daughter. Joseph and his wife raised them as their own. The other 3 surviving children remained in the cellar with their mother, never once seeing the sun or breathing fresh air. Above ground, life went on. Neighbors greeted Joseph, tenants paid their rent, and the upstairs children went to school. The outside world had absolutely no idea that a secret captive family existed just a few feet below. Then, in April of 2008, the facade began to crumble. Kerstin, the eldest of the underground children and now a teenager, became critically ill. Her condition was so severe that Elizabeth pleaded desperately with her father for medical help. Reluctantly, Fritzl agreed. He brought the unconscious girl to a local hospital. She arrived with no paperwork, no medical history, and a note, supposedly from her mother, explaining her condition. It was a desperate medical emergency, but the circumstances were deeply suspicious. The doctors were immediately alarmed. Kerstin's pale skin and severe health issues pointed to a life lived without sunlight or proper care. The questions began to pile up. Hospital staff made a public appeal for the girl's mother to come forward. The police became involved, and the pressure mounted on Josef Fritzl. The investigation inevitably led back to the house on Ibstrasse. After intense questioning, and with Elizabeth's promise of protection from her father, the full, horrifying truth was finally revealed. On April 26, 2008, authorities opened that secret door. They discovered the squalid underground rooms and freed Elizabeth and her 2 sons, who had never once seen daylight. The 24-year nightmare was over. In March 2009, Josef Fritzl faced trial. The world watched as the depths of his depravity were laid bare. He pleaded guilty to a litany of charges, including false imprisonment, incest, and thousands of counts of rape. He was also charged with enslavement and murder for the death of the infant through neglect. The key evidence was the powerful pre-recorded testimony of his daughter Elizabeth. The court found him guilty on all counts and sentenced him to life imprisonment in a secure psychiatric facility with no realistic prospect of release. So, what happened to him? And where is he now? Josef Fritzl remains behind bars. In 2024, due to his advanced age and dementia, a court ruled he could be moved from a high-security psychiatric unit to a regular prison. But he is not eligible for release. He will spend the rest of his days in custody. As for the survivors, Elizabeth and her children were given new identities and live privately in an undisclosed location in Austria. They are fiercely protected by Austrian privacy laws, allowing them the space and peace to heal and rebuild their lives together, away from the glare of the public eye. This case serves as a stark and chilling reminder that profound evil can hide in the most ordinary of places, behind a mask of normality. It underscores that vigilance matters, even in the quietest neighborhoods. If something feels wrong, if a situation doesn't add up, it is always right to speak up. Stay safe, take care of each other, and remember, sometimes the greatest heroes are simply the people who have the courage to ask the right questions and listen to the answers.